Hey everybody, Miss Kaitlyn here. Happy New Year! What's that? You like my crown? Thank you! You know what, it's funny you say that because this is a video tutorial on how to make your very own Happy New Year crown. You want to get started? So if you stopped in the library to pick up one of your craft kits, you should have gotten this little piece of paper with some instructions on it, and that's what we're going to be basing this video off of. So it might be a good idea to keep this handy. If not, just watch the video. If you're following along at home and you don't have a craft kit, I'm going to tell you exactly what you'll need. So in your craft kit, if you picked one up, you'll have a paper plate that looks like this. And if you didn't pick up a craft kit, grab a paper plate and you're gonna draw some lines on your paper plate. You're gonna make a plus sign and then you're going to draw an X over the plus sign. It should look something like this when you're done. Next, you're gonna grab your trusty pack of crayons that came with the craft kit, or you can use markers or paint or whatever you have at home and your grown-up lets you use. Then it's going to be time to decorate your crown how you want it. Now if you look at Miss Kim's example that she has made for you, you can see that she wrote different things on the points of the crown. So that's why we split up your plate into these different triangles, because those are going to be sticking out like this once it's all cut out. So you want to keep that in mind as you're drawing and you're coloring with your crayons or markers or paint or whatever you have at home, okay? So now it's time for you to grab your pack of crayons and you're going to start coloring or writing or drawing whatever you want on your crown. I'm going to write 2021 because that's the year that we're going into. So I have a 2 and a 0 for 20, and now I'm gonna write, can you guess? It's another 2 for 21. What's the next number in a 21? We have a 2 and a 1. 2021. So now I'm gonna grab some crayons and I'm going to make my regular numbers into block numbers or bubble numbers. So I can do that the way I just showed you how to do by connecting some other lines to the 2 or the 0 that I already have on my plate. But if that's a little too hard for you, a really good way to make really easy bubble letters or numbers is to just go over the lines that you already have written down. So you just keep going over them, keep tracing those lines over and over again until they're super thick. And here, I'll show you in a minute what I just did since the camera cut it off. There you go. So you just keep going over those lines until you have a thick enough letter or number. Now I'm going to start thinking about different designs that I might want in between those numbers. So I think over here I'll put some sparkles. Maybe I'll make it look a little bit like a wizard hat. I'll make it with the yellow sparkles and a purple background. So I'm going to trace those sparkles and then I'm going to color around them. Try to stay inside the lines of my triangle if I can help it. It's a little tricky, and it's okay if you go outside the lines. Once I'm done, I'm going to turn my plate to the next triangle, and I think I'm going to put some dots in there. So now I have sparkles and polka dots on my crown. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a background, just like I did with the sparkles. Do you know what color I'm using for the background? Is it blue? Oh, I think it is. What about for the polka dots? What color did I use for the polka dots? Is that blue too? No, those are red, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna move my plate to the next triangle and I'm gonna think about a new design to put in there. I'm thinking maybe some stripes. Let's see. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do something called cross-hatching, which is putting those stripes over top of each other, but they're going different directions. And of course, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a background. And once I'm done, you know what I'm gonna do? You guessed it, I'm gonna turn my plate to the next triangle. What can I put in there? I think I'm going to take my orange crayon and put in some swirly patterns. Those are kind of silly. And of course, just like all of my other triangles, I'm gonna go in and give it a background. I think my numbers could use a background too. What do you think? I'm going to give this red 0 a green background because green is red's complementary color. They're across from each other on the color wheel and they make each other look really good. Same thing with this green 2. I'm gonna give it a red background because they make each other look nice. For my, what color one? Purple, right. For my purple one, I'm going to use yellow because yellow is purple's complementary color. And over here, for my blue too, I'm going to use orange because orange is blue's complementary color. Don't they make each other look so nice? Now I'm going to go back in and just add some details that I think might make this pop just a little bit more. So personally, I'm gonna just give this circle a black outline. But just like the rest of this crown, you can make it however you want it. I can't wait to see all the unique and different designs. I'm also going to go in and put some random lines or triangle-like things in the little divots on the plate to accent them or bring them out a little bit more. I think I'll put them on the top circle too. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. After you're done decorating your crown with your crayons, you're going to go find a grown-up in your house and you're going to ask them very nicely if they could please cut out the lines on your plate so that your crown can look like this. So grown-ups, this part's for you. So once you have your trusty pair of scissors in your hand, you're gonna use the old poke a hole right in the middle of the plate method to get to those lines. So very carefully, you're gonna hold your scissors like this, and you're just gonna poke a hole right in the middle of your plate without poking your fingers on the other side. So I don't know if you can see it there, but I did poke a hole right there on that line. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut like normal along that line. And I'm only cutting the lines going this way. I'm not cutting this part, the curved part of the triangle. So I'm just gonna use that hole that I already made, keep cutting along those lines until I have each one of those triangles cut out. So now I should have each of those triangles cut out. And now this could be for the grown-ups, this could be for the kids. Whoever wants to do it, you're gonna poke each one of those triangles up towards you so that they can stand up on their own. So just kind of, I'm sticking my thumb underneath the triangle and just kind of poking it up. Do it again. My thumb is underneath the plate. Gonna just lift up the triangle with my thumb. You might have to go through each one and do them a couple times to get them standing up. It might help too if you hold the plate like this and then just kind of bend it towards your fingers. So I'm holding the plate with this hand and then I'm bending the triangle towards the fingers on top of the plate. If you're really having trouble getting your triangles to stand up, you can always kind of get them as high up as you can get them and then flatten them down with your hands like this. Press down on them for a little bit, then let go, and then voila! So now I have something that looks kind of like a crown, but I'm not done yet. It looks pretty cool right now, but I think we can embellish it a little more. So now I'm going to grab some pom-poms and a glue stick. So I'm going to take my glue stick, I'm going to open it up, I'm going to twist it out if there's not glue sticking out already. I don't need too much, I don't need my glue stick looking like this, that's a little too much glue. So I'm going to twist it back down so I only have a little bit showing. Now I'm going to start with my first two in 2021. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of the triangle. I'm going to grab a pom-pom and I'm going to stick that right on the triangle and I'm going to just hold it there for a minute so that the glue sets. Perfect. Now I'm going to turn my crown. Now I'm going to do this one. So again, I'm going to put the glue on it. Then I'm going to grab a pom-pom. I'm going to put it on, I'm going to hold it, I'm going to give it a squeeze. Maybe I'll make a New Year's wish. Now let go. Alright, now I've got all the pom-poms on the top of my crown. Now I think I'm going to decorate this part. So let's grab some more pom-poms and put them on here. And now I have a fancy Happy New Year 2021 crown to wear as I ring in the new year. Simple as that. I hope you have fun making this crown with your family, and I hope you have a safe and happy new year. Happy 2021!